Did you guys see that Notre Dame declined their offer to go to the bowl game? That is absolutely insane. I don't know, man. The NCAA needs to fix the college football schedule and structure. I'm probably gonna make its own separate video on it on what I would change, but it's completely screwed. They gotta fix it like now. But besides that, welcome back, guys, to the channel. I know it's been a couple days. Conference championship was entertaining. My Ohio State Buckeyes lost, of course, but I did do fairly well. This is not the predictions video, though. This is my Heisman prediction video. So I'm gonna choose the top 5 candidates I think that are, in contention to be the Heisman. I'm going to go over their stats. I'm going to go over their best accolades. I'm going to make a case why, and I'm also going to show some reasons why they could not win the Heisman as well. So, that out of the way, let's get right into it. Oh, and just so you guys know, I'm not ranking like 5 through 1, like one's going to win the Heisman. I'm just going to give you my 5 contenders, and then I'll show who I think is going to win at the end, just so you guys know. Okay. At my 5 spot, we're going to go with my quarterback, the quarterback for the Ohio State Buckeyes, Julian Sayin. Julian Sayin, he is a sophomore. He had an amazing year so far. He definitely, in my opinion, I think he exceeded expectations, especially coming off of a national championship. He threw for 3,223 passing yards, 31 passing touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He also has a 78.9 completion percentage, which is the most of all time. So that is very, very impressive right off the bat. Ohio State is 12-1. We are the number 2 seed, and they have a bye in the college football playoff. They beat number 1 seeded Texas and number 15 seed Michigan, the rival, on the road. The last time Ohio State had a Heisman winner was in 2006, the year I was born. And that was quarterback Troy Smith, who had 800 less yards and 1 less touchdown. And this is going to be a big but for the quarterbacks on this list. I'm going to start with Jaden Daniels. I'm going to start with Julian Sayin, but the past quarterbacks to win the Heisman were Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson, Marcus Mariota, Jameis Winston, Johnny Manziel, Robert Griffin III. All those quarterbacks had 5,000 yards and almost around 50 touchdowns. Julian Sayin is nowhere near that mark. Okay? So, and the other reasons why Julian Sayin might not win it is because, one, Ohio State has arguably the best defense in college football. We have not allowed 20 points, I think, at all this season. Maybe we did it once. But, yeah, our defense is really good, and we have really talented receivers. Of course, we have first-round pick Garrett T, Cardinal Tate, and obviously first-round pick Jeremiah Smith. Obviously, a great tight end group with Kaz Merrick, Max Clare, Brandon Innes. We just have really good weapons. So, yes, Julian Sayin does have great numbers, and I do love the way he's playing, but I think the team's just stacked overall. So that is my number 5 contender, Julian Sayin. Okay. At my number 4 contender for the Heisman is Gunnar Stockton, quarterback for Georgia. Gunnar Stockton has 2,691 passing yards with 23 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Along with that, he has 442 rushing yards and 8 rushing touchdowns. So he can do it on both ends. Georgia is 12-1. They just won the SEC over Bama in dominating fashion. They have a bye in the college football playoff. Their best wins are, of course, number 9, Alabama, not too long ago, number 10, Texas, and number 5, Ole Miss. So they are resilient. They are a very resilient team. The last time Georgia had a Heisman winner was in 1982 with running back Herschel Walker. They have never had a quarterback win the Heisman Trophy. I'm going to say the same thing as I did last time. The quarterbacks who win Heismans, they're good quarterbacks. Now, I don't think Gunnar Stockton's a bad quarterback. It's just the caliber is completely different. These guys, like Caleb Williams, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, they had some crazy numbers and crazy performances. Also, the offense doesn't really need to rely on Gunnar Stockton as much for Georgia. They have those amazing running backs with Bowens, Nate Frazier, Josh McCray. They can move the ball without Gunnar Stockton, but of course Gunnar Stockton is pretty good. They also have an amazing defense, awesome defense. Of course, you got Dalen Everett at corner, C.J. Allen guarding the linebackers, K.J. Bolden. They're really good. And what's also really good is their special teams, especially their kicker. I think his name is Warden. Very, very good kicker. I think he's the best kicker in college football. So, yeah, that's at my number 4 spot, Gunnar Stockton. Coming in at my number 3 spot, we have Jeremiah Love, running back from Notre Dame. Jeremiah Love stats on the year: he has 199 carries, 1,372 rushing yards, along with 18 touchdowns. He also has 280 receiving yards and 3 receiving touchdowns. Excuse me. Notre Dame is 10-2, but they just got kicked out of the college football playoff. They also declined to participate in their bowl game. I'm gonna rant about that in my predictions video, but we're just gonna keep with Jeremiah Love. We're gonna keep the topic on Jeremiah Love in this segment. The last time Notre Dame had a Heisman winner was in 1987. It was Tim Brown, wide receiver. I also heard that the reason why he won is because he got so many kick return touchdowns, so that's pretty cool. So Jeremiah Love is the only running back on this list. The last running back to win Heisman was Derrick Henry in 2015. His stats were 2,219 yards and 28 touchdowns. That is a lot more than Jeremiah Love. A lot more. So, but of course, now let's go over to Ashton Genty's yards. He didn't win Heisman, but he was still an amazing running back. His were 2,601 yards and 29 touchdowns. Now, I do like Jeremiah Love. I think he's a great runner, but I don't think his numbers add up to that Heisman caliber, and especially because Notre Dame got kicked out of the CFP and they declined their bowl game. They are not happy with the NCAA, so I think the Heisman voters will punish Notre Dame even more, probably, and maybe not give Jeremiah the Heisman. But we'll see. Maybe they'll give it to him out of pity for kicking out Notre Dame. But yeah, that's my number 3 spot. We have Jeremiah Love. Coming in at my number 2 spot, we have Diego Pavia, the quarterback for Vanderbilt. This happened a little while ago, but I remember Vanderbilt just got, I think, the number 1 quarterback in the nation, the recruit. I forgot his name. I'll definitely put it up here, but that is crazy. So we're going to hopefully see a great slate of Vanderbilt football, because I think that is good for college football. Vanderbilt needs to be good. I think it's a nice change. But Diego Pavia on the year has 3,192 passing yards with 27 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Along with that, he has 826 rushing yards and 9 rushing touchdowns. He is very effective on his legs. You saw, especially if you watched the Tennessee game, he was running all over the Volunteers. Vanderbilt is 10-2. They're not in the college football playoff, but they are in the Relia Cuesta Bowl against Iowa. Their best wins are against 15th ranked Missouri, 10th ranked LSU, and 11th ranked South Carolina. I would also throw Tennessee in there. Tennessee's a good team, but fun fact: Vanderbilt has never won a Heisman before, so this is their first opportunity to get one in there. Diego Pavia, it's hard. I think the best comparison for him, in my opinion, is Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel, super big character, super animated. He could run, he could throw. He's like, he reminds me of Johnny Manziel a little bit. So, I forget how good Johnny Manziel was in college, but this was Johnny Manziel's Heisman stat line for the year. 3,706 passing yards, which is 600 more than Diego Pavia. 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. So nothing too crazy, but watch this. Johnny Manziel ran for 1,410 yards and 21 rushing touchdowns. He has more rushing yards than Jeremiah Love does, and he's a quarterback. That's how good Johnny Manziel was that year. So it is absolutely insane, but these are just the caliber of quarterbacks that this year's class has to go up against. So we're going to have a little bit, well, they're not underachievers, but this year's Heisman isn't going to be up to the caliber as the past players were, because those past players were insane. Also for Vanderbilt, they have some good weapons as well. Eli Stowers, of course, great tight end. They have a solid defense. I don't think their defense is great, but they do have a solid defense. They're very physical. They have a good coach in Clark Lee. So yeah, that's my number 2, Diego Pavia. Okay, and my last contender for the Heisman Trophy, no shocker, it is Fernando Mendoza, quarterback for Indiana. I know his post-game interview against Ohio State is going viral. And when I watched that, I was like, I can't hate this guy. Well, I'll talk into it in my predictions video. Like, I have nothing against Indiana. I really don't. I don't like hate them now because they beat us. I'm disappointed in ourselves, of course. But getting that out of the way, Fernando Mendoza, great guy. Indiana deserves to be where they are. Curt Cignetti has done an amazing job. Fernando Mendoza on the year has 2,980 passing yards, along with 33 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He also has 240 rushing yards with 6 rushing touchdowns. Indiana, undefeated, 13-0, number 1 team in the country. Bye week in the college football playoff. They'll play either Alabama or Oklahoma. So we'll see how they do against an SEC school. Indiana has never had a Heisman winner before. I think Fernando Mendoza showed great focus and poise, especially in that fourth quarter against Ohio State. Those deep bombs to the receiver, Charlie Becker. Those deep bombs to Charlie Becker to seal the game were really, really good. That touchdown throw to Surratt was also really good. I'm going to say, of course, the same thing as Julian Tan and Gunnar Stockton. The quarterbacks who've won it before have had even better to great numbers, of course. Also, Indiana just has a really good defense as well. And I'm going to give Coach Cignetti his flowers because dude can coach. He can scheme. He knows how to get his team ready. So, it's not all Curt Cignetti. That roster is still really good. But without Cignetti, I don't think they're the team that they are. So, but yeah, that's my number 1 spot, Fernando Mendoza. Okay, now that we got our contenders out of the way, I'm going to give my prediction on who I think is going to win the Heisman. I'm not going to do 5 through 1. I think that'll take too long. So I'm going to just go straight to the winner. Okay? Who I think is going to win the 2025 Heisman Award winner is Diego Pavia, quarterback for Vanderbilt. And the reason I say that is because I think, I'll be honest, he has the most aura out of any quarterback. You know, he is kind of like, he's not the face of college football, but he's very, very popular. He's likable. He's hungry. He has great stats. He led Vanderbilt to relevancy. Vanderbilt, of all teams. Of course, you can say the same thing for Mendoza and Indiana, but I do think Pavia will win because I just think he is. Plain and freaking simple. I think he's just going to win. He has great stats. He could run. He could throw. He could do everything. So, yeah, that is my Heisman winner, Diego Pavia. Alright guys, and that is going to be the video today. I want to thank you for watching me, of course. I am going to have my predictions video probably sometime later this week. I'm trying to aim for maybe Thursday. But yeah, that's also going to be a rant video on NCAA itself. But we'll get to that when we get there. As always, thank you for watching me. And as always, be safe, folks.